What is up, YouTube? Raleigh White here, back with another MLB The Show 19 video for you guys. And in today's video, this video was actually filmed a little while ago, but I did my 99 overall Duke Snider debut, and in today's video, I'm doing my 99 overall Frank Thomas debut, as I am, like, right now, my gold level, like, 43, 44. This video was filmed whenever I was gold level 1, so it was a little while ago. My team isn't as good as it is now. This guy's got a pretty decent team. He's got Chris Sale on the mound, who is someone I actually struggle against. I don't know what it is with Chris Sale. Chris Sale and Blake Snell, two left-handers that I always kind of have struggles with. So we're here in the first inning. I'm facing off against Ichiro Suzuki. This guy's got a pretty decent lineup, similar lineup to me. He's got Ichiro. Actually, that might be the only card similar. Actually, I think there was another guy that I played that had a very similar lineup to me. Joe Morgan is another 99 overall there. We get him looking, and then the next at bat against his creative player. I have Nolan Ryan on the mound, who's actually an amazing card, and we get his creative player to fly out, so it only took 5 pitches to end the first inning. Pretty good first inning for Nolan Ryan. Now we're here in the bottom of the first inning with 1 out. Justin Turner is up to the plate, and he rips one to left field. And I always play in Franco Park, but unfortunately I always get the wind is always blowing in. I forget if it was in this video or not, but the wind always seems to be blowing in no matter where I'm playing, and it's very, very annoying. And then couldn't get the PCI high enough for Duke Snider, so that is going to be the 3rd out of the inning. Unfortunately, didn't get anything in the first. Going into the bottom of the second now, he did score 1 run. This is my first at-bat with Frank Thomas. And, okay, so we do watch the slider, the backdoor slider there from Chris Sale. I forget what exactly happens here. Oh, yeah, hard ground out to shortstop. Got the good animation he did, so he was able to throw me out at first, unfortunately. So here we are in the top of the 3rd now, back up his top of his lineup now with Ichiro Suzuki, and he scorches one into the gap. Unfortunately, Ichiro Suzuki is such a hard card to keep off base. I love batting with Ichiro. Lately, I haven't been as good with him, but I still really, really enjoy using him, and I mean, a lot of people seem to, as he gets a triple off of that, unfortunately. This at-bat, if this is the right one, I'm pretty sure I show the whole at-bat. I just kept throwing really poor pitches to him, and I didn't realize that I was being as predictable until I came back and watched this clip. But I kept throwing high and in, and eventually he took me out. I'll kind of spoil it here. Keep throwing high and in, kind of push him off the plate a little bit there, because Joe Morgan is very close to the plate. I throw an away sinker, and it's very hard to time up with Nolan Ryan, some of his pitches. So a 2-2 count here to Joe Morgan. I think I throw a couple more high and in before the end of the at bat. He fouls off another circle change that's a little below the zone there. And yeah, here's where I start just pumping in the high and in 4-seamers, and he begins to wait on them, and it's very annoying. Yeah, I was just being way too predictable watching that. I should not have thrown a sinker there, and Joe Morgan took me deep. Unfortunately, this wasn't that great of an outing for Nolan Ryan. I was getting kind of pissed off at him. Usually I can pitch pretty good with him. So here we are in the bottom of the 3rd inning. Steve Finley is up to the plate, and we scorched one opposite field. I was a little late on it. It was a little inside fastball, I believe, or maybe it was a changeup. And usually I can't hit those that well. But Steve Finley, I really like that they always play him in the shift so he can scorch one to the opposite field. With 2 outs now, Ichiro Suzuki is up to the plate, and unfortunately we're not going to get anything out of this inning, as yeah, he grounds out to the pitcher. I was not on it here in the early innings hitting off Chris Sale. I was not hitting very good. This is my first game with Frank. I was probably getting nervous. So here we are, and yeah, this was Cal Ripken that got a single. He already had a runner at second. So Cal Ripken scorches. Well, it wasn't even a scorch. It was actually a really weak hit. So he's got runners at the corners with no one down. And this is Chipper Jones up to the plate, who's actually a pretty glitch card. A lot of people really like this card that are in high overalls. And he hits one to left field, a fly out. But Finley, I didn't get behind the ball enough, or I probably could have thrown him out at home. But he scores another run there, unfortunately. And I believe that was... Yeah, okay, now I start warming up my bullpen. I warmed up Felipe Vasquez and Dellin Betances. At this point, I didn't have as good of a bullpen as I do now. I don't have Dellin Betances in my bullpen anymore. Sold him, and I have Rob Nan. I have a couple other good cards in there. Kenley Jansen, Andrew Miller, Rich Gossage. A couple really good cards in my bullpen. And I'll soon have Edwin Diaz as well, as I am going for the Mets. The Mets collection next, and I'm soon gonna have Rogers Hornsby. I'm not that far away. I haven't spent any money on the game yet. I've spent $20 just to get Jose Reyes. He's got bases loaded here for Ichiro Suzuki or Ichiro. I don't know why the fuck I said it like that. And he flies out to center field. Unfortunately, Duke Snider couldn't get the cannon enough. This guy got out to a decent lead at the start of the game, and Nolan Ryan was starting to piss me off. He let up 5 runs through 4 innings, something that I have not done with him ever, I don't think. I've never pitched this bad with him. This is probably my worst outing I ever had with him. So here we are in the bottom of the 4th inning. I was trying to get a rally started, and Justin Turner scored one to right field, the gap into right center. Something I really enjoy about Justin Turner, I miss having him on my team. I have Nolan Arenado at third base now. I miss Justin Turner. I wish I had kept him, honestly, over Nolan. I hit better, I think. Average-wise, no. Clutch, Justin Turner was my most clutch card on my team. I'm not even going to lie. Duke Snider grounds to second base, but we do advance Justin Turner to third, and another at-bat for Frank Thomas. And he is going to hit a single. So the first RBI of the game, first RBI for Frank Thomas. And I think at the start of the game, it might have showed his stats that I had already with him. Those were just from BR, about at 400 with a home run, I think. Those are just from BR. I haven't played with him until this game. Daniel Murphy, the next at-bat, scorches one just onto the line, and it goes for a double play, bounces out of play. So now we have runners at second and third with Buster Posey up to the plate, who always comes in clutch. His average with runners on scoring position for me is amazing. It's almost 400 for playing up this high. It's actually really good, and he comes in clutch again. Drives one. I thought at first I was leaving. He gets a really shitty animation right there in center field for a center fielder. So we end up getting a triple out of it. So Buster Posey advances to third. He draws in another 2 runs. 5-3 game here. Unfortunately, I forget what happened to Finley. And Reyes is up to the plate now. I don't have him on my team now anymore either. I have Alan Trammell actually as part of my team. But unfortunately, we could only score 3 runs. I guess I can't complain. Skipping ahead to the bottom of the 5th inning now, I have Albert Pujols that I'm bringing in, I believe. No, Anthony Rendon. Anthony Rendon for Nolan Ryan. Nolan, that was the end of his game. He wasn't pitching that great. Anthony Rendon was another card that I actually really enjoyed hitting with. Don't have him on my team anymore or on my bench. Had to quick sell him to go towards more collections. He couldn't get anything done that inning. As we bring in Dellin Betances in the top of the 6th inning now to face Cal Ripken. And Dellin Betances is an amazing card. Really, if you can line up your pitches, just keep throwing the slurve. The slurve is so nasty this game. There's so many good pitchers with the slurve. Him, Kerry Wood, Mark Pryor, Roberto Osuna. The slurve is just an amazing pitch. But this guy, he eventually gets a couple hits off of him. I think I was throwing the slurve a little too much. Chipper Jones advances to third there. I believe that's Chipper Jones. Yeah, so he's got runners at the corners now. Unfortunately, we couldn't get anything out of that. He's got Chris Sale, yeah, and he brings in Fred McGriff. And we get him to ground out, but unfortunately, Dellin Betances got a very, very bad animation, and we could only get 1 out of it. We got the runner at second. So he did score another run. Ichiro Suzuki strikes out on a slurve that was above the zone. That was actually a pretty nasty pitch. One of the very few times I've struck out Ichiro. So here we are in the bottom of the 6th inning. Another at-bat for Frank Thomas. He throws the heat. He's got Felipe Vasquez in the game now, which is someone I actually enjoy hitting off of. He's got some pretty decent breaking pitches that I find I can pick up on pretty easy. And that fastball, I really love hitting fastballs this year. Scorch one to the third base. Unfortunately, could knock it over the head of Chipper Jones. Advancing to the bottom of the 7th inning here. 6-3 game. 1-2 count to Steve Finley. And I believe, launched. Steve Finley, man, when he hits something, it seems to be gone. Every time I hit something with him, it's always a home run. I hit a lot of home runs with him. I believe he is leading my team in home runs over Duke Snider right now. Follow that up with a Jose Reyes single that I think I was not very... I don't think the PCI was very on that pitch. But we get a single out of it, so I'll take that. We bring in Ken Griffey Jr. here, which is a card that I just have not hit that great with. I mean, maybe it's the fact that he's on my bench. A lot of people hit better with cards that start for them. I swear I got a little more hold of that than where it went. Center field, kind of a fly out, but after looking at the PCI here, you can kind of tell that no, I really didn't get a hold of it. Yeah, it was a cutter that hung, just put the PCI down a little too far. He's a little scared of the base runner Jose Reyes over there, 97 speed. I really enjoy having Reyes and Ichiro both on the base paths, but Reyes is on my bench now. He keeps pitching out. 2 straight pitches right there. He pitches out, and a third one actually coming in here in a second. Who is this pitching? Trinan, I think. Yeah, Blake Trinan is pitching. I can hardly see looking at this screen right here. Yeah, hopefully the mic quality is alright right now. I mean, I'm not using my Blue Yeti yet. Should have watched the pitch, but actually he bobbles it. That was Cal Ripken at short. He bobbles the pitch there, so we get runners at first and second there. And he brings in Roberto Osuna, and this was just this was horrendous at bat for Justin Turner. I thought maybe I could have capitalized right here, but I didn't. You guys can see the outcome, but yeah, hopefully the mic quality is all right for now. Like I said, I am getting that Blue Yeti mic. I have all the money and everything set aside for it. I just have to go order it. I've seen a couple people comment before about the quality. Not necessarily just because of my quality, but someone said that their phone quality is pretty shitty, so they could hardly hear me. So I think I do need to speak up a little bit. The Blue Yeti will definitely help a lot with that. But I have to go, actually order it. I have all the money on my card. See, yeah, you seen that horrific pitch I swung at. I don't know what I was doing there. Bottom of the 8th inning here, another at-bat for Frank Thomas, and he hits another single. So he hits, I believe that was his second hit of the game. First one was for an RBI. So 2 singles for Frank Thomas. Unfortunately, he could not go yard, but, I mean, it is what it is. We have Daniel Murphy up next, and he hits one to left field. I actually really enjoy hitting with that Daniel Murphy versus both righties and lefties. I find I can hit pretty decent with them. I really enjoy that card. I'm pretty close to getting Eddie Matthews, actually. I just need to collect Syndergaard, DeGrom, Edwin Diaz, and Freddie Freeman. And Freddie Freeman is not that expensive. Edwin Diaz, I almost have the amount of stubs for him. And Noah Syndergaard is not very expensive either. And DeGrom isn't really expensive either. He's actually cheaper than Freeman. So here we are, bases loaded for Steve Finley. Unfortunately, he throws something down and in, which are pitches that I just cannot hit. Like a fastball down and in, which are pitches I just can't hit. I'm always below it. I always think that it's going to be in the zone a little bit. Unfortunately, I couldn't hit it. 1-1 count now. I decided to sub a mode for Evaciel Garcia here, because Evaciel Garcia, I hit over 500 with runners in scoring position with him. In the clutch situations, he was amazing for me. I don't have him on my team right now, but in this video I still do. As you guys can see the box score there, we each have 10 hits. He just has 6 runs and I have 4. If I hadn't been throwing those high 4-seamers in the sinker to Joe Morgan, then this probably would have been a tie game if I hadn't been as predictable in that at bat. Evaciel Garcia, unfortunately, could not do anything. At this point, I was just not hitting well anymore. I was hitting fine at the start of the game, or the middle of the game, kinda. Jose Reyes actually ripped one right here, and I got too horny, and I tried to score with Daniel Murphy. I'm not sure who he had in left field, but he gunned me out at the plate. I got way too horny for that. Here we are on the bottom of the 9th with 2 down. Justin Turner is up to the plate. Unfortunately, I'm going to spoil it right here. We do not end up winning this game, as Justin Turner does hit one into the gap a little bit, see if we could get a little bit of a rally, but like I already said, we couldn't get anything done, as Duke Snider 0 for 4 in this game. Honestly, this pitch that he hits should have been a hit. Scorches one, but it's a line out to short. Cal Ripken was just in the right place at the right time. So after this game, we ended up going to level 2 gold. Joe Morgan got player of the game. But like I said, I am already gold level like 43, 44 almost. So I'm soon getting a diamond equipment to go towards more players for collections. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed that little video of Frank Thomas's first gameplay for me online. Did pretty decent, got 2 hits. But other than that, just couldn't pull off the win, unfortunately. 6-5 game. I did rally back. It was 5-0 at one point. But anyways, guys, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Without further ado, yeah, this has been Riley, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Take off.